Hey guys, how's everybody doing? In this video I'd like to share with you how to remove and replace the front wheel bearing. So in this stage I didn't record the beginning from start to finish because in this step, when you're doing this, certain area is gonna take a very long time, just even take one bolt or two bolt out, so then the video is gonna be forever. So I'm just gonna lead you through which is the difficult part that you're gonna come about. Okay, so this is a Hyundai Sonata 2018. Okay, front wheel bearing. So this is the hub right here. Okay, the wheel bearing hub. Okay, that's gonna come with it. So let's start with the first stage that you might run in the scenario. Okay, so for example, here's the disc right here. Okay, the rotors. First of all, you want to take the two pin from the assembly out. You can leave the brake assembly on there. You just need to take the two bolts out right there, okay, and tie it up and put it out in the way. Then you have these two little screws right here. Okay, don't try to take a screwdriver or a punch or whatever. A lot of people that they do it and they just shoot it. You're gonna strip it, guaranteed. If you haven't removed your hub for a long time or for the first time, for sure you're gonna run into this problem. It's gonna be seized. So what you want to do in my scenario, okay, it might not work for you, but it will work for you if you use it. But it depends, everybody do it different. I always do it this way and my screw comes out always perfectly. So I'll heat it up. Okay, I'll heat it up right there until it gets really hot. Then I just take an impact gun and then my impact right here, and I just do it lightly and it'll come off. Okay, so is the other one. You heat it up, you take it out, done. Okay, so the next stage you got to do is you want to remove these four pins. Okay, these four pins goes into here. It holds the hub from the back. Okay, so let me show you from the hub from the back. It's holding it. Okay, these are the holes. Okay, now to remove that, I see some guy like to take all these kind of thing out. If you have room, okay, you try to have room. Me, as long as I have a little touch of a room, I'm not taking any of these things out. Okay, so what I did was, the tools you're gonna need. Okay, figure out your socket size. Okay, every car is different. Okay, so for this vehicle, what I did was I use a 1/2 inch. Okay, this is my 1/2 inch. Okay, this is the star. Depending on your car, everyone's different. Okay, so this is the one I use, and I put an extension on it. Wherever it doesn't need an extension, I won't be using it. Okay, but once you put it in, okay, and then you try to tighten it. So now we're gonna do it like that. Okay, imagine it's on the top. Okay, and it's right over here. You won't have enough strength to push it down. You only need 1/8 or a quarter turn the first shot. Okay, and make sure you keep this thing lined up straight, and you have to use a breaker bar. Okay, so I have a couple breaker bars, but two of the bolt here over here, this one in the back, one of the breaker bar will able to do it. Okay, even the third one, but the fourth one I don't have room over here to leverage it. Okay, so I still replaced it on this side, but what I did was I improvise. Okay, I take the 3/8 socket type. Okay, then I put it in here. Let me show you. Now I have enough room to put it from here to give it a 1/8 or a quarter turn. That's all I need. You see that? That's the trick to it. Okay, that's a very useful tip if you don't have an extension crowbar or some sort to put it in, because you do need guaranteed if it's stuck, you're gonna need it. Okay, and that's the way I did it. The more leverage, and I just yank it down a touch and opens. Okay, so the next step, the final stage to getting the hubs out. Even though you got the 4 bolt out, the hub is seized in there. If you're lucky, it'll come off with a couple bang. Okay, a couple guys used an extra bolt. What they did was they cut this bolt out, or if you have room, they can take it out and they cut it out. But I didn't do that method, okay? And what they did, they're gonna put a through bolt in here and then press it out. But sometimes that's logically easy to come out, but sometimes it doesn't. Okay, some is just, I've seen some of them, they're just stuck. So, but that's one of the best way to take it out actually. But for my way, how I did it was I get a really heavy hammer and I just bang that way a little bit, and I spray a lot of lubricant, and then I bang it out, a lot of lubricant. But for this side came out, but this side wouldn't, because I did not bang it everything smoothly, right? So what I did was I take the metal part out right here. Okay, when I take the metal piece off, then I was able to bang it this way and everything thoroughly, spray it again, bang it again, spray it again, bang it out. So finally it comes off. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of you know, rust and everything in there. So from here is the easy part. You got everything out already. All you have to do now is just clean it up and put some grease if you want. Okay, but I'm gonna put some grease a bit around there, and then from here I'm gonna clean this up, and you just straightforward put your wheel bearing back on the way it is, how it came out. But nothing here, I have not taken anything out. What I had was, luckily, like, I had a big, really heavy duty hammer, really quite big, just to stamp it out and shoot a lot of grease in it. Okay, but make sure, so let me walk it through it again. Okay, you need to heat that bolt up, those two little bolt screws. Okay, then it's easy to come off, because once you strip it, you're in trouble. So heat it up. Okay, and there are some guys that has it seized and then they blow torch this. Don't do that. Okay, when this comes, you're dealing with the assembly inside of this. You don't want to be heating up stuff and get it all hot up. Okay, that's not what I would go, but if you guys choose to do it, go ahead. Okay, but all I did was, one, I bang it out slowly. Okay, shoot a lot of grease, I mean lubricant in there, a good one. Okay, shoot a lot of it in, let it break, start banging it out, it will come off. Okay, another way, like I mentioned earlier, if you can get one of the bolt or two bolts out, put another bolt in long enough and start tightening it through the opposite. Shoot it into these metal parts, but these are aluminum. When you're shooting, make sure there's something at the back to protect it. Okay, then it'll come off. That's another way of doing it. Okay, so I hope the video here helps you. I know that I'm not showing you how to put it back in, because, you know, sometimes it just takes a long time. I don't want the video to go so long, but I just want to explain you the idea and all the technical part that you will be running into. Okay, most likely it's always about seizing. Okay, so putting it back is the easiest part. So I hope this video helps you. If you did, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. So until then, see you guys. Have a good one.